Hi everybody, it's Kathy. You're in my kitchen and I'm glad to have you with me. Sit down, have yourself a cup of coffee or something cold, and we'll sit and chat a bit, and we have a recipe. What we're going to do today is called cracker salad. Don't know that it's that very well known. I understand that some people call it Georgia cracker salad, which I guess means it comes from Georgia. And I know that years ago, Paula Deen made the recipe on her show when she was on the Food Network. Until her demise many years ago. So we're going to give this a try. It's very simple, very easy. It's there's no cooking involved. It is mayonnaise. I happen to have Hellmann's Light. You can use whatever you want. Green onions. Tomatoes. These were all washed. It's still got a sticker on it. Yeah, this one does too. Know how that happened? Oh, we'll get that off. And salt and pepper. A hard-boiled egg. Some people say they leave the hard-boiled egg out, but otherwise you just have tomato and onion. So it's tomato, onion, and egg. And thus the name crackers, cracker salad. You need saltines. I guess you could use, I'm drawing a blank now, the other cookie, or the crackers, you know, from the Hollow Tree. I'll think of it. So what we're going to do is, we're going to move this bowl away, and we're going to dice up our tomatoes. How's everybody doing today? I've been out and running errands, and went to Walmart and went to Sam's, and then came back and went to the drugstore, and then came back and took care of that stuff, and then fed Brady. And then I said, well, let me get this started while my vegetables are still in good shape. So, yeah, I don't want to, you know, disintegrate them. I don't want them to disappear. So I'm not cutting them awfully small. I'll just cut this in half and then cut slices, and then go back and cut those slices again. I don't know whether I'll use one or two. This was a fairly good sized tomato. And it only calls for one egg, so oh, why not? I'll go for it. While I have the tomato, at least I'll use half of it. That's what I'll do. We'll compromise. The crackers we're using are original premium saltines from Nabisco. To me, you can't compare them to anything else, especially any store brand. They're very well known. We know them in Dutchess County because there was a Nabisco box factory not too far from here, maybe a half an hour away, or yeah, about that, that made all the boxes and shipped them out. And it was a very, very big business for many, many years, and I think it lost its steam and they shut it down. I'm going to say, it's just a guess, so don't quote me on it, in the late 70s maybe even earlier than that. There are a lot of businesses in this area. Wappingers, it's a place called the Bleachery. They had a sweet ore company there, which was, they made jeans. They called them blue jeans then. In Poughkeepsie on the corner of Main Street and North Cherry, there was a hat factory, which is a haberdashery. I could go on. James Cagney had a restaurant on the border. I want to say Dover, but it's not Dover. Anyway, yeah, he had a restaurant there. It's still in Dutchess County. So there was a lot in the 50s, 60s, and 70s going on around here. And then, little by little, as everything else did, they disappeared, which is a shame because places like that, the Sweet Ore Company, where they made things, they were a factory and everything was handmade. So there was a lot of employees, same as the haberdashery. So, yeah. In Poughkeepsie, there was a bookstore. That was big. That's gone. Okay, this is 1.5 tomatoes. And I probably should have used a bigger bowl. So we'll use this one. Why do we always do that? We always think we know what size we need until you get started. Okay. And I'm going to get up and get paper towel. I'll be with you in just a second. Okay. Now the next, I'm going to dice up this hard-boiled egg. As I said, I don't know why some people don't use it. I've never tried this before, so I don't know whether, I don't see how it could ruin the flavor, because like I said, otherwise all you would have in here would be tomatoes and onions, unless it's missing something that I don't know about. So I'm going to do, like I did the 1.5 tomatoes, I'm going to do 2 eggs. I have them, I'll use them. Weather is great today. It's in the upper 70s. I don't know what it'll be by late afternoon, but it's really nice now. There's a little bit of breeze. We've been in the 90s with very high humidity and storms all around us, but we haven't had any in the last few days. Okay, there's our tomatoes, there's our onions, our eggs. Our onions were washed. I'm going to take off the ends. You always seem to get a guy in the middle who doesn't cooperate. So I'm going to dice this small too. I'm assuming that's the best way to go. And let's see what this looks like. It's probably a little less than 1/4 cup, yeah. But I think it's sufficient for this amount. And then our next step is the mayonnaise. Oh, there we go. I don't want to use too much. that was a heaping tablespoon and probably a little more than a tablespoon the second time. So smooth this around, mix it in. It looks like it's okay. It's actually very pretty with the yellow and the white and the red. I may have used a smidgen too much mayonnaise, but live and learn, right? We'll see. That's what that looks like. Isn't it pretty? Then you put in your salt and pepper. I'm just going to, it's probably a little bit more than a pinch. And the salt will even be less, because this is sea salt and it's thick. It grinds out big. Now, what makes it cracker salad is you're supposed to mix your crackers in it. You're supposed to crumble them up, not too small, but crumble them up and put them in the salad. Now, I recommend that if you're going to do that, which is what it is for, don't do it until you're ready to eat. Put the crackers separate on a plate and let people use them either as to dip into, or if they want to break them in, that's fine too. But I wouldn't put the crackers in because nobody wants to dip into mushy crackers. So that's the way I would handle it. It looks nice. It really does. Now I will get a cracker and we'll try to see what it tastes like. It's not bad. It's good, actually. I wouldn't say it's fabulous, but it's good. I would use it as an appetizer. I don't know that, I mean, you can use it as a side salad. That's what they're calling for. But I think I like it as an appetizer. And I don't see how you could possibly do it without the egg. But maybe something else is being used instead. You know what I need? Parsley, and I don't have parsley, but I do have basil, so I'm going to get some basil and put some basil in it. Hold on, I'll be back. Don't go away. Talk amongst yourself. I'm going to rinse this off. All right, it smells good. I have some, I don't have any parsley, but I have some basil growing on my deck, so it's definitely fresh and clean. cut these up into small pieces. Take the tail off of that one. Oh, don't you just love the smell of basil? Try to roll it and make a chiffonade. Don't I sound fancy? Okay. Now let's try it again. I'll mix all this in. You can definitely smell the basil. All right. Now, let's get one more cracker. This is topped with sea salt, but doesn't look like it. Okay, let's try it again. It does make a difference. Okay. I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, and share, and subscribe if you haven't already, if you would care to. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.